na omanye din anko owo not only na speaker no okoka asem ne ebekunu but obey ndenja ne nuanom so amaya bechi omo amamaya selmo enunti na omo chiri omo the discipline of silence. Esi ehu say come ye no is a powerful response. Why? But wisdom teaches that not every battle requires our words. Sometimes the most powerful response is silence. Say, oh, how be toa. Sometimes we want to talk because your boy say a kasa. But we see enyen tokwe biara ene said the we battle with our words. But the powerful response ye betre say ye nim de ye no eye kom ye. Trusting that God sees and will vindicate us in his perfect time. Munke me wa say. Eti kom ye no inshira ewo mu. Eti enye se wo ye ho te se agima. Se obi yem bia mesoma na hu se mesome ho mano ya. O se utimi ye kom a eye powerful response say nyami ehu de wo fam. O how ni amani hu a wo fam no na at the right time no onyame ebe kasa amao ka eme wa say. Isaiah chapter 53 in the text ye kan no. Ema ye hu the silence of the sovereign servant. Akwebia oye innocent. Na ono de efin bia eni ne ho but obreye e wo kom yemu. Na Bible say in Isaiah chapter 53 verse 7. Or see, he was oppressed and afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. He was led like a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before its shearers is silent, so he did not open his mouth. Adentina, akwaya, oni bonibiara en kanoho ana mofane se en tale no ho. But the enemy femu or ya ni amani hu a o femu ni yara. Bible say when bien ano. Ya say ya ne te say ogwaman mo kan say a lamp. When we say ye wa ponching and ye what de ben. O yesua de ye wa ponching ni de ben. Odwan. Eti aponching ni odwan no hwan nanim nyansa. O yesua de. Hwan nanim nyansa. Hey. Muni ma ponching. Ne bro for ye den goat and odwan ye de ben sheep eti goat ni sheep no hwan enum nyansa goat e wo nyansa che de ben sheep wo de se wo kokum ase kwan so a na goat ne da kwan so aponche ne so da ho wo ba ben ahwan na so redwane goat ni ko na de ben sheep ne da odwan de ben e da so da. But what you say, aqua we no servant we yet need to up Yanfana to upon you, the need to the bay. O drying, Chese, we Jimmy. O beer. Don't say upon you, you're innocent. O bonne cry, o blitic a crab, man, no way, jai. O nim yansa, o nim the oye, sana, yet to a branty one. So why any who to say the bay, o dry, ye quaco cumna, or no new business, I didn't hear quaco, see me no more. Sana yede tutu akwa o si de ye ni niara wembie nano. The question is identity. O de hwe servant yi the conduct, the way or carry ne ho, the peaceful conduct of the servant in a silent suffering and death. Obi a ya cheno na onu de oni boni biara onye hwe so ya chino ye bono ye seno ye na yakayaka de. But Bible says still when be na no ye ne te say odwan a yakokum no yes still when be na no. But Bible ne ka say you see he was oppressed as he is saying. You see in the Hebrew language, you know, say I see ya oppressing her. Just say ya bono ama why disfigured. Say and ne ushia no kra untimi ehun say oyenipa ko we because ye wie ne kra. I yet said ye obi enya HIV a say no so no wa na ko hu no hospital why on the drosso ubon se wasesa kra ubusan se eya brantie we a sana nipa ko no why so disfigured say so kasa asumesi na ebe ya we ka say debi because ya bono just say wa fanyoma bebremu. Not only that, he was also afflicted. The Bible can say or afflicted. It means that the servant allowed himself to be afflicted. In other words, he humbled himself, he made himself low or put himself down. He offered himself. On one or the other, ne ho edebe emai. Na ye bono, ye kasa no ho, ye de nyoma bebre ye no but ni nyara. On one they make a choice to say he has to go through that. Being oppressed and afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth is the greatest expression of his humility or meekness. It will share the character of this Hebrew servant here. Send ye bono, no more femu anywhere, a tre na homrasie. Minji de se, ye mu bebre, e was a homrasie. Eche abrantie nansia na opanyin bi ebetena akonya so ewo krom ho a o change mra kakra no hwese na manfo edi na atem kese no munya akra no wewu but abrantie de ofem no nya de papa ye otesoro eye ba ni niara wembie na no obre ne ho ase amedwen some be kai ma wa say so adenti no yesa a dream ben na a tie like motive ben and a walk and a man dear bono ye kasa ye gune numas ye ni niara a de intina one yashi motive ben a okra or the yes sadi and they leading me point number 2 in the say the profound reason behind the wisdom of his silent suffering and death. The motive ama waye kom actually say he was looking at the bigger picture. Because the oye ni niara na our assignment be edanenim. No nim says assignment when ese offer sa tibia we mu, offer oya we mu, offer nyoma bebremu because onim say echre no ebe wie peye ebe dimu amano men keme wa say. Eti die oye no na otiase. Ni kom ye ni niara na otiase. Because or say, the seventh primary mission is to bear the sins of his people, not to win argument or defend his reputation. His silence keeps the focus on the sacrificial act. Eti die why na adwen say, die omode beye ni biara onkasa because our butai bia de ben esinanim. It is not that time he want to defend himself. Or person who say, me so me wo ho, me ya innocent. I need to defend myself. I said, no, I won't do it because minim say, e wieye no, e be so aba papa bia de ben, amami. E say ye ti ase say, oh, sorry. Eti butaya na e wone ni so ntin. The PowerPoint preacher as I never. Okay. Yeah. I may wrapping up, send a bit to my query idea, and just to finish it up. Eti who say akwa we no enye onunkwa ne botae entia but what die osuma no so agitumu say ese otimi ebre na oye an offering for his people because this sacrificial sacrifice oye no is not for himself. But your suma no so ejim to mu say you have to go through this channel. Now uya ne saswa ebeboa because ukan Isaiah chapter 53 verse 10 or say yet it was the Lord's will to crush him and cause him to suffer. Eti na eye ne jano apedie se ese ofa yaw ne amanihu mu. Why? Because of adibia butaibia omo pese de be omo achieve. Eti the Lord na kwa we no obre ne ho ase. Na ye bo no ofa yaka die mu no niara. Because your suma no ne master no say it pleaded him say ese ofa sa nyoma ewe mu. Enu ntina ni kom ye na wa ye no. Because he submitted to the Father's will. Now the Father's will now was surrender to no. Onim say the enemy ni dream say owie no eyi na free hokra. But ebe wiase no onim say it meant for God's own good and for his people in the future. Eti na onim die oye no. Eti asi say ni kom ye no ebe a unique character and a divine purpose. And yes, why you come because omre just an enin. But na humbra siena what brand and wasia offer or how any amanimumu no himself but tabia the bay at the way the bay a man. And no near friend the wisdom of his silence. It young share to me a one you come a yemuno. Now to me a woman is say, dear all femuniara on him say one day. And say otimi I drew ni go and I say what achieve the bay the purpose no. Na enu na be hu Isaiah chapter 53 verses 10 to 11 they say, yet it was the Lord's will to crush him and cause him to suffer. And though the Lord make his life an offering for sin, he will see his offering and prolong his days, and the will of the Lord's will prosper in his hand. It will him say offer when yemuna na ye kunu onim se ni wo no echi no emfaso bi ebeba ho de se odu ho no bedu ho no no abedi adanse ye se de ofem no ohani amani ho ofem no etimi ayield a better result edi inshira ebebro no edi enyonyam hye abre na eja no. And it was the prevailing hope was discovered in the 7 silent suffering and death. Eti enidaswa ewo akwaya offer or how ni amanihu ni se onim se ni how nyoma ofem no enye kwa because onim se owu a de bebe chire no ebeye emfaso abre no ena de osuma no. Isaiah chapter 53 na make kan ho asem ni ya no. Eye messianic tester kafa Yesu or how any amanihu a obefem no. Na utimi hu se ye chi Yesu ewo Gethsemane no. Onim se ofri ho a ese okowu. Eti Judas so ena betray no. Authorities no ebefa no. Oko chief priests ni scribes ni elders nenim. But omo kan yo bebre eto Yesu so. But Bible say wankasa. Almost saso de ne call Pilate enim, a Roman governor. Ye can send bebre eto no so, but yes still wankasa. Na ye saso de ne call Ohene Herod ho to examine him. De ye ni biara Yesu no wankasa. The silence of Jesus was for a reason. It dear surrender no ye no no de omo kan yara. Enya dia okasai adenti because no nim say dia ofemu niara say ye de ne kwa asennua no so na okwa wu asennua no so onim say emfaso bi ebeba na emfaso a ebeba ne say owu na osore a obi biara obeji ne di no will become part of his Father's kingdom. Will you say an amen there? It Jesus knew what he was doing. It is the reason why he was so quiet. He did not say, "Ono man nye bibia ne say, onim se ni kom ye no. A all fem no, onim se owu a na osore a esuanfo bi ebeginedi. Onim se Peter ebekọ kan asem no. Onim se hon konkon no ebebo mo so. Na nipa bebre no ebeji na asem no edi. Today, if people are getting baptized, if people are receiving the word, is because Jesus kept quiet, went through his crucibles. Ofani ya oni amanihum no, senebeya enam saa so no ebenya efaso ama echirimba no. Enunti na mi amene se mfata yi. Yesu kom ye no. Ama ya ye egidiefo. Ama ya ye egidiefo. Ama ene mene wo asum Kristo. Eti se waye kom a na onim de oye. Oye din no na onim se ese ofemu for our redemption, because ne yahwe ase ne yense mfata, but obeji sanim gwase ne eto ne so wonye hwe so wodinatem, wonye hwe so yetene so ntosio, onye hwe so yebo no ne niara wankasa yesine abo yede ne to asennua no so moja efri no, but onya ne ye no enne wa yo Kristo ni enne maye gidi ni. Eti infaso a ewo kom yem no se edru yeso a, can we behave like this servant? Se abra, the great controversy is at play. Not because of Christ, you are going through pain and suffering. Are you quiet for him? Are you silent for him? Or do you want to talk and defend yourself? Mon kai se esuafo no so ebeye ti se Yesu. Ebi mu ye de omtwi omo fom amom honam etete. Peter dia o si ontimi ye mo na asendem te se ne master nti ye turning what upside down. Obi de ye de ne to debe oil mu. Obi so ye de ne to efiase. De hwe de Paul. Obi a oye Pharisee ni. Obi a okra PhD. Obi a oye top notch Roman citizen. Yes unti Paul ejai bibiara. Onya shipwreck. Yesine abo ye ni bibiara. Look at Stephen. Dia oye ni niara yesine abo, but Stephen said eye kom no si erade fefru omo na omo nim de be. Di omo ye. Se edru yeso a yetimi ye kom me erade ana. If we are going through our trials and afflictions, in the name of Christ, are we silent? A Christopher bebre, or how near mani whom kakraba yaswa, obiati yenka. Because we want to be heard, we want to be seen, we want to be known, say we are going through pain and suffering. But this servant went through pain and suffering, yet he did not open his mouth. His disciples went through the same crucible, yet they did not open their mouth. But what about you and me? Are we opening our mouth when we are going through our trials and afflictions? The wisdom and power of silence. Ese o Kristo ni biara enya sa discipline. Or how be ba so a asorba ni abete se wo de ekomode wo untimi ndidi ento aduane ndi se fiere tu a obi abete se wentimi ntwi a rent. But sometimes no se wo gi Yesu dia na uye kom emmanuel na God sees what you are going through. Obiara ntimi nte wase ajeso no Kristo wa fra no. Na se wo ye komma no na okoso ehwe nenim etwe no a ebre no so a enye obi na enye wa na obekon ono a ebekon okon ama monkan me wa se me wo principle bi se me beti sa principle we ase no nana me di software at the age of 23. Me say, I will never defend my name. I'm not ready to defend myself. Why? Because the one who has called me, I have the duty to defend me. It is a me will ministry na me tin some for me ho a me nko president on was a dear benamati me ye come in my crucibles. Now many a time am I ye come no With time, no, almost obitimika say, Pastor, what district? Na yentina say. In same year, I feel na yatina say the pastor beje webo. And that is the power and wisdom of silence. Why do you want everybody to hear that you are suffering? Suffering is not something that a womb. Obia pay die, and nothing obia appreciate the American dollar than the cedi. But the question is say wo kura Kristo na ohaw ni amane ho a wo fem e wo krom ho ano. We busuafo ente wase. Me kai se na me ne sofo bi etu kwan na ye komo retreat no. E na otumi fo se pastor wa ba ha no. Ebusuafo we expectation ma o. So mo nte o ka no mo fro no omudi watemu a ye kom. E na say sofo na asem na aka na ye di wa na o se ye di mi intimi tufo. But in faswa e wo so ne se uye koma enkyere se wejimi enkyere se unnim nyansa enkyere se unnim dia wo ye ba Kristo nti enu nti na ye akanfo ye obi ye obi bia o se Kristo nti mejemu why nti ena wejemu because aha enya otena bia you are a follower of Christ na unnim se enche biara Kristo ebeba eti ahinya nti no wo jai ne omamu. And that should the mindset say ye wo ahinya ninti ye koma urade. Obi edi matemada. Mesu na me akani ba ye wo mo nkranfom na nkranfo no besua kasa de atendire ne etete o. Eti na kase me ye ni bi. But hu urade a ugye mu wo ye kwasea. To be foolish for Christ, no, is for a reason. It's for a purpose. Sacrificing it is for a reason because Kristo na odi wenim no ye di na tem no wankasa ye ti ne suntosuo no wankasa ye bo no wankasa moja efri no wankasa dia esahindrifo ne kanini ye wankasa oye kom emerade but ebre no eso ya Isaiah 53:10 say enne erade ahye ne ho anyonyam because Jesus said, if I am lifted up, I will draw the bay, all men. Whether Africa, whether Asia, whether Europe, whether America, baby, ye boy Yesu because or ye come ema erade. Monka me waze. Ye be ye come am eradiana. I saw them where. Pastor, let me be vulnerable to you. I saw them when me baha less than 2 weeks now. I saw them do 120. In common, I saw them actually say a brute 2,000. So I asked myself to say, do we have that discipline of silence? And Sebi ye tihano. I saw for me a man from the majority of the church. So if we can talk much, then we have not known our Christ who has called us. Se Kristo no ye nim no afreya ye kasa no enye bebre e waso dem. Bibiara no ye beye kom. Sometimes ye ti ensem no a ne de gina phone so e na wate de ekoso. Unye hu erade. Because the ofemu niara Bible say when bie na no. Wan kasa. Because on him say, the old niara da achi ebe so aba amano ena ne buta enti. Now you Christonia. Na ope kasa bebrea. Next, say you don't spend time with Christ in your own chamber. Because the moment Christ expects you to talk more is in your chamber. Abra uni ne shia, e will shia them. Now we spend it 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. That is how you express your frustration with Christ. Just few weeks ago, I was so frustrated. Me mpeka sa bebrenti me chi Christua. Na me de me frustration e bonesa ono so ye kom wankasa. And just after 2 weeks of that prayer, God shamed me. Me saso ko nenim se me paacho. Afi na me hu se Who come here no? Na o ye bibi a minim. But because me and the painting no, me tiantiao, erade fache me. And that is how I have led my life. Let us learn to be silent. There is wisdom and power of silence. Say Christo to me ye, no nya son faswa, ye yene sa swa, ye benya son faswo, na ye nshira, na manfo beka se, ye wuniara ade na wudi onkasa but omuhu se wabra abom nusu no, ye di watem no na Christo pejao, o pejao, nyame nshira ye nia ewo na adom ti. Amen.
Appiah to give us that very relevant word. I hope say yebeka your kind near their boy brabo. Amen. Yebe sorry afa ye hymn book no near so as the